Hi guys, Petroleus Bruno here. I am back again with another video. That is the second video on pips calculation. So in today's video, we want to look at how we can actually delve deep into pips calculation. Okay, so you have your watch list here as in currency pairs that you are looking out to trade, and then you have your price here and then here again. This set of price column represents your bid prices, and then this represents your ask prices. So of course, for each currency pair, we have the base currency and then the quote currency. The base currency is always the first currency. So for example, here we have AUD USD, that is the Aussie dollar. So the Aussie, that is the Australian dollar, is the base currency, and then the USD is the quote currency. So in pips calculation, generally it follows the rule of the fourth decimal place, but then there are exceptions. Okay, I'll highlight all the exceptions here so that you can appreciate this concept. So for any currency pair that you are dealing with, you want to understand how the price has been represented. So for instance, you can see for GBP USD, price representation is different from USD JPY, as well as gold. Okay, this is gold. The X is an index, AU is a chemical symbol for gold on the periodic table, and USD is United States dollar. So you see how price is represented for gold is different from Aussie dollar, and it is different from USD, Japanese yen, and then as well as GBP USD. So for each currency pair we are dealing with, we have a way of calculating its pip, but generally it follows the rule of the fourth decimal place. So for instance, GBP USD, which has 4 numbers after the decimal point, you start pips calculation from the first number from your right. So if I'm calculating pips, I'll start from 0. So let's say I've speculated within the Forex market, and my setup suggests that I should be on a bullish trade, or I should be buying GBP USD. If I execute the trade, it will be activated with respect to my ask price. So if I'm catching 20 pips, or if I want to make 20 pips, or my setup suggests that I'll be making 20 pips on a trade, which is a bullish trade, I'll add 20 starting from this 0, right? Starting from the 0. So if I add 20 to this, I'll have 1.2740. That is if it is a bullish trade. But if it is a sell trade, I'll subtract 20 pips from this price point. That is 1.2700. So for instance, if I'm in a bullish trade, or I'm buying GBP USD, and I'll be making 20 pips from the trade, I'll add 20 pips to 1.2720 if that is my point of entry. So, and if it is a sell trade, I'll subtract 20 pips from 1.2720. So if I'm adding 20 pips to 1.2720, I'll have 1.2740. That is for bullish trade. And if I'm subtracting 20 pips, if I'm in a sell trade, I'll have 1.2700. You realize that this price representation is different, and for this particular one with such price representation, you start pips calculation right away from the second number after the decimal point. Okay, so for here we have 157.94. If I'm in a bullish trade, I want to add, let's say I'll be making 6 pips from this particular trade. I'll add 6 pips, then I'll get 158.00. And if I'll be making $4 if I'm in a sell trade, I'll subtract 4 pips. So here, let's say I'll be making 3 pips in a bearish trade. So I'll quickly just subtract 3 pips from here. Then I'll have 0.6670. If I'll be making 7 pips in a bullish trade, I'll just add 7 pips to this price point if it is my point of entry. Then I'll have 0.6680. Okay, so for gold, It is a very volatile pair. Always be careful anytime you are dealing with gold. But when it comes to pips calculation, you always want to start from the first number right after the decimal point. Okay, so for here, if I'm making 5 pips in a trade, which is a bullish trade, and if this is my price point of entry, I'll quickly just add 5 pips to this price point, which will give me 2329, which will give me 2330.03. Right, I'm adding 5 pips. That is, I'm in a bullish trade. If it is a bearish trade, I want to subtract 5 pips right away from this price point, which will give me 2329.03. Okay, so generally that is how we calculate pips. Okay, anytime you are dealing with pips calculation in the forex market, one, always remember to add the number of pips you'll be making to your point of entry if it is a bullish trade, and then subtract the number of points you'll be making from your point of entry if it is a bearish trade. Remember then again to check which currency pair you are dealing with. Okay, so you remember different currencies have different form of price representation, and therefore different way of calculating pips. Okay.